Poison Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
We've got a playoff rematch coming up this Friday at the Icebox as the Lincoln Stars face off against the Des Moines Buccaneers. It's the Buccaneers' first visit to the capital city since being swept in the first round of the Clark Cup playoffs last April. Don't miss out on an exciting Friday night of Stars hockey. Purchase your tickets today by heading to LincolnStars.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. This is the Don't Punt Hour with the host, as always, DeMornay Pierson'El. If you guys want to join the show, we're going to talk about some traditions and what makes a tradition here on this first segment. We'll see where it takes us. 402-464-5685. Because we did have on We Talk Facts, we're talking about who's got the better tradition, NFL or college, or even just pro in college. And it's pretty much hands down from the text line, college.
Yeah, it's not even close. Like it's so much more you can do, and like it's so much more fun with the collegiate game than it is like the NFL stuff. Like
got a lot more
and I feel like the fans and the school gets involved with like both sides of it. So you get like the organization and you get, the fans that are coming together, to do something and listen to it and everything like that. I don't think that happens too often, in the NFL. Like the organization might not, put their hand or do their part to uphold or do stuff or set trends and everything like that. So to me, it's definitely college and it's not close.
Yeah, well, you just like how many stadiums are 100 years old? Like a lot, they've just been there that much longer too. And you look at some of these NFL teams, especially the newer ones, like Jacksonville. Like I know they're serious right now, but in years past, a lot more transit. It's not like that place was getting packed. A lot of the LA teams kind of depends on how good because there's a million other things going on.
Everybody's moved. Baltimore wasn't even in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Colts weren't even where they were at.
Yeah, Rams no longer in St. Louis.
The Rams, the Raiders.
Yeah, they just moved out.
So I mean, it's hard to do certain stuff or establish certain stuff when it's tied to a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that I think college definitely has that hand down, and it's not close.
Yeah,
it's not close.
There's only like a few pro teams where you can argue it's similar, like the Lakers. I can't even say the Bulls anymore. That's gotten so transient, which is just unfortunate because they've been in such a deep hole. You could
do like the Lambeau Leap type thing, like that. You can say with the Vikings with them doing the skull thing, like that's kind of
Towels in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
so
a great one.
It's certain things that that can you be like, all right, that's a staple of them. That's their identity. With the Raiders, the black hole, they still got that regardless where it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of the dudes that are in the black hole actually are like doctors, a lawyer. So they're fanatics, but not every team has that. Like I feel like you can go just about everywhere, anywhere in college town, whether it's FCS, BCS, NIA, whatever. They have some type of something that's going on that's like important to that school or those fans, or they do something different and everything like that. If it's a song that plays in the fourth quarter or whatever.
Yeah, well, even in like D3 football, I know there's one football team. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they wear purple and yellow, and for every tradition they dominate. They pretty much win it every year, and the whole town gets out. They paint the road purple, and they have a parade. And that's their tradition. They'll have a parade on the purple road, and it's a big deal down there. You wouldn't think a D3 school pulls that crowd.
They get into it.
Oh, they get it. It's a huge deal.
What state is it in?
I'll have to look it up. D3. I'll look it up here on the break because I don't want to crash computers. We've had problems with that in the past, but it's an awesome tradition. I'll pull that up here when we have time. And again, if you guys want to join the show, 402-464-5685. But I want to ask you, what do you think the best college tradition is outside of Nebraska, if we're talking college football?
Are you like
the one that not like, you think is awesome? Like, damn, I wish we would have thought of that first.
Like,
There's some of them that are awesome, but I just don't think you get Nebraska to ever do it. Like the Penn State whiteout games are just awesome to watch on TV, but you wouldn't be able to get Nebraska fans to white out a game.
No,
wouldn't be our brand either.
No, we would have to start something different.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, Oregon rides in on a motorcycle. like that. Like that's their thing. Like nobody else comes in. Nobody else, rides in or, the team walk out, of that. I think that's unique. I think LSU, theirs is a little aggressive, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
They got a few songs and they got a few chants that is definitely like that. That's their thing, and I like it a lot.
SEC, I feel like, has some of the better traditions just because of where the level of football's been at for so long. There's some great ones all around, but the SEC in general, I feel like, has a lot of great ones.
Like who outside of LSU? That's the only one that I really know of.
Yeah, you can go across. Oh, maybe it's just the fan base I'm thinking about. Electric fan base. We'd have to.
I'm thinking, Clemson when they come
down the hill.
Like that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not. That's cool.
Alabama just yelling "Roll Tide." I don't know if that's much of a tradition.
Forget Alabama. Nothing. No. I'm trying to think of.
Georgia's got the Bulldog. I know that's just a mascot thing. But Buffalo used to run out. Colorado used to run
yeah.
out the Buffalo, but Dion got rid of that. So that tradition's no. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So after it was always the thing when the season started. But then after that Stanford loss, like that's when you really start seeing it on the bulletin board. Like people are pretty upset with Dion. Like they're calling it, you're starting to get into prime U, not Colorado University, and they got rid of the Buffalo running out on the field before the game.
Wow, that was a really good one too, but that sucks.
I like that one. I'm surprised Dion said no more.
I don't know where I've been at. I didn't hear that. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I thought that like the Buffalo got sick or something, but nah, Dion scrapped it.
Oregon, hit after they score, they do push-ups.
Yeah,
the duck. That's funny. Cause he gets really animated. Whoever that guy, I don't know how the process goes, or woman. I don't know if it's a male or female. I'm assuming it's a male, but I don't know if it's the same dude or they transition, every 4 years or something like that. But whoever they got in there, he's
yoked.
He's killing it.
He's putting in work
for real. I'm trying to think of who else has.
You think of Big Ten? I don't want to say it. Wisconsin, jump around.
We're not even mentioning that. You said it, not me. I can't stand Wisconsin, especially not this week. No.
Yeah. Basketball team's got Wisconsin coming up.
I'm trying to think. Because Ohio State really don't do anything that's...
No, they just ball out with their wide receivers. That's pretty much their tradition. Just great wide receivers. Big Ten doesn't have a whole lot of them.
Florida State, coming out with the guy on the Native American coming out on the horse.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. They definitely got one of the best chants for sure. That sounds electric.
Yeah.
When they got the tomahawk going.
Yes.
That is awesome.
That is up there for sure. It's a couple off the top of my head. Like I said, I'll probably just go with Oregon just because I can't think of any at the moment.
Yeah, there's a few iconic ones. Just feels like Nebraska's had a few. Obviously, when you're great, that's when a lot of them happens. Greatness typically creates tradition because you don't want to get away from, if you're balling out. So we got the tunnel walk, the balloons at Nebraska, which has been awesome. But yeah, thinking about there's not really a lot of Big Ten teams that have super great
Michigan, when they come out, they jump and touch the banner thing. That's like been a staple of them. But I don't get what that is, but whatever.
Yeah. Like Illinois, I can't think of anything. Northwestern.
Nothing. Illinois, Indiana, nothing. No.
Yeah, the Big Ten West teams you're not going to find. I feel like a whole
Michigan
lot.
State. Not really.
Other than just calling it the woodshed, that's about the biggest thing I can really think of. I do want to ask the text line this though: if the shoe kickoff is just a Nebraska thing, so we're talking about that before, and I've talked to a few of the UNL athletes that come to Nebraska from different states, and they don't know what the hell that is. They're like, why do you guys take your shoes off for kickoff? And I'm always curious when that started. We do have Cubsker. What about the cannonball from K-State? That's a great one. They fire off a cannonball.
Big whoop.
It's pretty electric. That one is a great one as well. And any of the other random ones you guys got in your head, even if it's like some of the smaller chants. Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are chants or even songs that they always just break down to.
Probably.
Like easy things to do. And honestly, it feels like Nebraska is trying to create a bunch of new ones. The light shows.
I feel like everybody's like starting to do that though. That's just not like here. Everybody has like their own individual. I don't know like where it started at, and even NFL teams are doing that as well. Like,
that was my next question.
I don't feel like that. Like that's a like tradition or anything like that. That's just that's the y'all are in an arena. You are the host, and you want a packed house. Is just something that it's easy that anybody and everybody that can do it. So I don't feel like that. Like that's a tradition.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. We'll keep stewing on some of the more college football ones, see if any more pop to the head. But what's the best NFL tradition? We talked a little bit off break. Obviously, the Steelers and towels. That's a pretty signature one. Bills Mafia breaking tables. That's that's always going to be on the top of a lot of people's heads.
That is good. I like the Lambeau Leap. That's up there for sure.
Cold beers down the spine. I hear that's a frequent occurrence for the Lambeau Leap.
I have that's a tough one.
The Raiders have anything that was awesome when you were down there, like tradition that happened every time at home?
They would play a certain like local. It was I wouldn't say a local rapper, but it was an artist that was like from that area outside of like E40 and Too Short. Of course, like those songs like would get played and everything like that. And,
like Red Kingdom for the Chiefs. How they'll blast that one over and over.
Like so when those songs would come on and everything like that, it'd typically be towards the fourth quarter and everything like that, energy type thing, and it would just like turn up. But I wouldn't say anything iconic or anything like that. I would say now, like them lighting the flame in the new stadium for Al and everything like that, you could probably say like that would be their thing, I guess. Yeah, that's hard. Like nobody, I don't
victory laps around Arrowhead with the Griffin back there.
That was fun.
We do have Kirk from Georgia talking college football, saying the most annoying is Mizzou, Mizzou after every first down. That is a rough one. That is a rough one.
All game.
Ouch. If you're an opposing team, that'd be incredibly annoying.
Ooh. That'd be funny. That's funny.
It'd be fun if you're Mizzou.
I can tell you one of the most annoying one, Tennessee, Rocky Top. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Oh, I remember that song just I hated it when we were playing them and everything like that. So that anytime I hear that song, I'm just like, ugh, Tennessee. Like just automatically.
We got VTech, Enter Sandman. A lot of these are just songs that people just latch on to.
I think honestly, one of the better traditions I would say is probably Pittsburgh. And it's a song, the Hangman, I think it's called.
Yeah, I don't know if it's called Hangman, but I know what you're talking about.
Or the Gallows or whatever it's called. I know they've been doing that for a while, and I've seen it happen twice, and it that definitely gets both sides. Everybody gets going on that one. So I'm gonna stick with Pittsburgh when they play that song, and it doesn't matter. He can play it early, and the funny part about it, it's the owner that calls in and tells whoever to play the song. And literally, when that song comes on, you hear the heartbeat and you feel like the ground is pulsating.
Like the fans even know, like when that song comes on, it's about to turn up.
They lose their mind. Terrible towels, all, and like the stadium erupts. Like it's pretty crazy. Like it's a fun environment to play in. Like especially the games that I've been a part of being there. They've played it. I was there. They played it in the third quarter, and I was there, and they played it literally in the last 2 minutes of the game. And man,
got real.
I'm telling you, it that place lit up. It was crazy.
I believe it is, especially you dealing with Pittsburgh fans. Those guys are serious, right up there with the Bills Mafia.
Who has the worst fans?
It used to be Jacksonville for fair reasons, just kind of transient. They were just always bad, but now they're really starting to get into it. But I think, if you're doing the collective, you're looking at teams like Jaguars, you're looking at the Panthers. Panthers are probably number one right now.
With worst fans?
Try to name a worse one.
Philly.
Yeah, okay, talking loyalty or
no. I'm like,
okay,
just like when opposing people like come there. Are you talking about like whose fans like don't show up?
Yeah, I was thinking loyalty.
Then Bears probably.
Hey, we're still there. The fact that we're still there is dedication from us. That the fact that we still take very seriously.
Cold.
Yeah.
Y'all not winning.
We still there.
I don't know. Yeah, I would say Bears.
If we keep this up for 10 more years, I'm a little scared. And knowing the Bears timeline, it could be 10, 20. I might die before it gets better. We'll find out. But yeah, it would have to be. We do have a baseball one, and Go Cubs Go after every Cubs win. That was a huge one. When they fly the W, the white, blue W on there. That's a MLB one that's pretty popular. But yeah, I think when you're talking about the most loyal fans, you're definitely going to Philly. But even then, I don't even want to say that because Kobe Bryant was a Philly guy, right? And I'll never forget, his first game down there, he plays over in Philadelphia, and they're just booing him like crazy. Like, man, he didn't choose where he was going to go play. and they booed Kobe. So
that's what
good
I mean.
and bad. It can be good and bad.
That's what I mean by like the worst fan bases like to opposing people.
So definitely Philly. If that's
Philly, the Raiders are harsh. Like it's always a fight at the Raiders game. Probably.
Is it the same? You think in Vegas as it was in Oakland?
It's not as bad, but it's still there.
Okay. I mean, it's Vegas isn't necessarily the place to be if you're sane either. So it's a good way to keep the identity.
I'm trying to think who else was I think Patriots fans. Oh, I can't stand them. I can't stand Patriots fans.
That's more of just like the smug rich guy kind of vibe to it.
It's just
the superiority effect.
It's always something about Patriot fans. Like they just rub me the wrong way.
I get frustrated with like them putting Bill Belichick on the hot seat, and like I kind of get it, but it's like, man, what are you talking about?
If he goes anywhere else, if they let him go, he'll have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Before anybody would know it, like people will call around and try and get him in the building.
And we do have Packer fans might be the most loyal. They freeze their butts off and still pack the house.
They're probably drunk at every game though. So
I mean, yeah.
Between them and Buffalo, which one is colder? Green Bay or Buffalo in December, January?
Mm-hmm. Definitely Buffalo. They pack that place more. Has it always been that way though? Without Josh Allen, I feel like Bills Mafia has never gone away really. Even when they weren't that great.
Even when they weren't that great, like they still would be packed out there. They've been a very fanatic and ongoing, I think, fan base for sure. It don't rain, sleet, hail, fireball. It don't matter. They're there.
Mm-hmm.
They're there. There are some different fans there.
I would say, Bill, and you're in Buffalo too. Not a great cold city to be in. They don't care. they love that team regardless. They always show up. As much as it kills me, I'd probably Chiefs. They got incredibly loyal fan base. Even before the Mahomes era, they were plenty of fans. They were still packing that place, watching Alex Smith, a guy that pretty good quarterback, could never really get him over the edge, but they were still always consistently filling that place up.
I just don't like the Chiefs, so
I don't either.
I'm not going to say anything good about them, so I don't. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, Minnesota, they've just gone through it with just brutal playoff losses. Saints, same thing, but I put Saints up there as more loyal fan base.
Saints, that's a good atmosphere,
dude.
It's different down there. That's a different type of football atmosphere. Period. You watch yourself down there for good reasons and bad reasons. That's just a nice, fabulous time down there. I have nothing to say bad about New Orleans at all.
One more from the text line here before we go to our first break. We got Thunder, not Collins. What if Bill and Tom reunite in Vegas?
They won't.
I don't think Tom's ever coming back. He's done.
Coming back. He's about to make so much money with broadcasting and everything like that, and he's focused on other things. No.
Was there any point like before the season started where you thought there was a chance? Because I left it on the table, and as the season progressed, I'm like, okay, he's for sure done.
No, I think the whole family thing kind of got to him and everything like that. You know, Tom's never really been a personal person.
Yeah.
And for all that to kind of like publicly go down and everything like that, like I definitely thought, yeah, like this time, like was it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
His first retirement, I would have been so mad if I was him. First time he retired, had like that just kind of got ahead of him, and he's like,
everybody was like, we weren't sure. I don't. The first farewell, everybody was, oh my God, just this and that. The second one, people was like, nope.
It really kind of tainted his exit. You got a GOAT, and it just led to confusion of, is he coming back or is this it?
Yeah.
And then we kind of lost the glory of just like being grateful for all the great years of football he gave us.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Patriot, like he was incredible for what he did. And he had such just kind of a sloppy exit where people were just kind of guessing if he was still coming back. Is unfortunate. You're hoping kind of have like a Kobe Bryant send off where it's like, okay, this was a guy that changed the league. And
for sure.
Unfortunately, it wasn't quite that. But we got to go ahead and throw it to our first break here on the Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pierson'El. Don't go anywhere.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
First round of the Clark Cup playoffs last April. Don't miss out on an exciting Friday night of Stars hockey. Purchase your tickets today by heading to LincolnStars.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Celebrate Thanksgiving this year with Venue Restaurant and Lounge and Venue at Home with our Thanksgiving to-go meal packages. Our packages include sliced turkey breasts and roasted gravy, herb stuffing, Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, a harvest salad, and more, with add-on options to upgrade your feast, including smoked ham, prime rib, sides, appetizers, and desserts. You choose delivery right to your home or pick up at our Venue at Home storefront. Order today at holidaysbyvenue.net. That's holidaysbyvenue.net.
I'm Christy. I used to smoke cigarettes. I had smoker's cough and severe shortness of breath, and I knew I had to quit. Then I tried e-cigarettes, but I just ended up using both. I really didn't start to get better until I quit smoking completely. My tip to you is just cutting down on the number of cigarettes you smoke isn't enough.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, Order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa,
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour. Host, as always, DeMornay Pierson'El in studio with us. And right after this show, we'll have Raph, Wide World of Raph, going from 8 to 9, giving his NFL Week 11 picks. Be sure to tune into that one. He was pretty accurate last week, got 9 out of the 5 right. So he's been on fire these past 2 weeks. Good picks from him, as always. But nonetheless, I want to ask you this, DeMornay Pierson'El, because we're kind of talking about it. And we'll dive into the Buffalo Bills and their crazy just a crazy season. Obviously, they got rid of their OC. But first, I want to ask you, if Nebraska wins and they're bowl eligible versus, doesn't matter, versus Iowa or Wisconsin, should fans rush the field?
Why not?
Bowl eligible since 2016.
It's the second time we would beat Wisconsin. I mean, give them something. That's a good accomplishment.
Yeah.
People can take it for what they may or whatnot, but then again, I don't even feel like the whole stadium would.
I think they would.
I don't know, because I mean, we was there when we knocked down Michigan State.
Yeah,
they didn't rush the field with that.
I don't think we're aware of the drought that was about to hit. I think,
but the atmosphere of that game, we messed up Michigan State's playoff hopes.
Was that the one where the controversial out of bounds back in catch?
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
If there was ever time to rush the field, definitely that time, and it didn't happen.
Who was it? Was that Kenny Bell who got that?
Nah, B. Riley.
Well, okay, nice, nice.
Brandon Riley, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and that they were undefeated, pick to go, everything, this and that, and yeah,
that one hurt him bad.
Oh well,
that was a good one. Yeah, that would have been. I think at that point in time, though, was what's on the line. And we knew, like, for Nebraska, it wasn't like, oh man, if we full games was kind of expected.
But I'm saying the atmosphere of that game, though, still though,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't happen there. So I'm even if we do win, I don't think they will.
I'd be, if it's Iowa, I think it's a bigger chance. But I mean, we haven't beat Wisconsin for 9 years either, which is crazy. Haven't beat them in Madison since joining the Big Ten. Obviously, it'd be the Iowa game, but yeah, it'd just be crazy to see. Because I think for me, when I was there watching games, I was like, all right, well, I'll have more opportunities. This isn't the one. And then as the years go by, you realize the hole you're in. So anytime people rush to the field, like, I don't care really who it is, as long as it's not like a FCS school. Like,
no,
you're only in college for so long, and that's an awesome moment that I never got to experience.
Yeah, I don't. That would be something, but I mean, we're away anyway, so
yeah, it'd have to be Iowa.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I will say this: if we slip up this game versus Wisconsin, which I still think we're going to split these, I'm not sure. It's pretty much on the line, and who I feel like they're both pretty evenly matched offensively. Wisconsin has the edge, but you look at Iowa, they might even have the edge offensively.
I think they just lost like their best player.
Yeah, they're on defense.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a huge key for us, because that's
hopefully
save us some turnovers.
He has a speedy recovery, but
yeah, I mean, it helps Nebraska. And I'm hoping obviously that he'll be great. You never want to wish for a player's injury, but obviously he is a factor in it because he was a fantastic defense player for Iowa, so that should help us out quite a bit.
Most definitely.
But I do want to switch this up, and I want to talk about the Bills' offense.
Okay.
Because their offense doesn't make sense at all. You look at their red zone struggles and their ability not to get field goals. It's insane how offensively EPA they're ranked 5th. That's where they're basically based on your field position, how well you drive the ball. On average, typically this is how many points you're going to get. They're 5th in there. Pretty much overall offensively, they're in the top 5 categories on most things, except the key factors are the run game's horrible.
It has been.
It's just awful.
It's been like that for a while.
But it feels like they don't even try to jazz anything up. Like, it feels really easy to stop.
I must say, I think they did. I think they just brought in Fournette. So I mean, he's definitely different than the 2 guys that they had there before.
I'm talking more like schematics.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they brought in that type of player because they knew going forward and getting into this time of the season and everything like that, you need to establish and start certain things. Obviously, the guys that you have there might be hurt or offensive line or whatever. They're not an every down type of back. So I mean, again, they brought him in. I think maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks now.
Mhm.
So give him another week or two before you really start to see something a little bit different to where people got to respect that a little bit more. Um it's the NFL. Like, people have you on tape. People know what you want to do. People know what you're good at. And
which is why it's surprised they don't change anything up.
You have an opposing team organization that their job is to figure out, how to make you comfortable.
Mhm.
I mean, how to make you uncomfortable. So is it so much on the Bills? I would probably say it's half and half, honestly. And when they get down there, it's you can't rely on a run game. They probably, shift the coverage towards Diggs, and somebody else got to beat them because Diggs is not, teams are not letting Diggs be the one, to take the top off as they get closer to the end zone, and they just don't. Their second or third guy, just have been trouble of like stepping in
Mhm.
and whatnot and everything like that, and you see what position that puts them in.
Yeah, and when Diggs is out there, typically on those drives, they'll put like double,
Yeah,
double Diggs, and then man on the rest.
So when I say shift shift the person, that's what I mean. Shift the coverage to blanket him, and I
Mhm.
mean you're in a conference where you're playing Belichick, so everybody is studying because Belichick is good at taking away what you do best and beat us elsewhere. So everybody is probably copying somewhat of how Bill and them defend them, because when they play, like it's not I don't think it's really like a blown out game or anything like that.
Talking for the Bills?
The Bills and the Patriots typically.
Yeah. It's typically a little closer. You would
Yeah.
think, and especially in
But they're
recent
also
years, it'd be a
division.
blowout,
They're
but-
also division opponents. Like,
Mhm.
so your division opponents. You play those are really tough games because they know you know them, and it's just like, all right, well, what's it going to be today type of game. So it's.
I really, to me, I just think it comes down to that running.
It's crazy how people are like, kind of, well, if they don't do this and do that, then it's over for them. And I'm like, they're still like, a good team. That coach,
They're fixable.
Very.
And Josh Allen, I've not hit nowhere near the panic button on Josh Allen.
Not at all.
Like, he's an incredible. The throws he makes, even when they're backed up consistently inside the 15, and they will sling that thing. They don't try to run the ball. Let's try to get two.
They know what they do.
Punt.
They know what they do, and they do it well.
Mhm.
And
that's why the EPA is so off, right? Because they have these bombs. When they're not scared, they drive the field, and it's when they get to the red zone. And again, it's they can't get field goals because they're always just far away enough. And then again, that running game, I think they'll try to figure that out here going forward. But it just feels like they take everything in shotgun. And I know I was looking it up, trying to figure it out because they're getting 4.9 yards per carry.
That's not
every
bad.
time he's under the and shotgun. They're getting about 3.5 or 3.2.
Okay.
So it takes a huge drop, and you just see it over and over again where I know they lean into the passing game, like that's kind of their culture, but just it wouldn't hurt to kind of throw in some new sets there. You'll never see him under pistol. You'll never see, you look at the Dolphins, they can do the same thing, right? They can just be that straight passing team, and they really broke it open with the offense.
But see, Miami's completely different. You got two of the top 5 fastest guys in the league. Mind you, you got a running back that's not too far from them in speed.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy coming from under Kyle Shanahan, who is what he does in San Fran and all those type of players is crazy. So you have to, teams are more so worried about coverage more so than the run game and everything like that. So they can run it and they're effectively of doing it and everything like that, but they got 2 game breakers that can break it open at any point in time. So I think the threat level of Miami is completely different than the threat level in Buffalo.
But but if you're playing Buffalo, just by the fact that you're not afraid of that run game at all, I mean, wouldn't it kind of be the same kind of coverage out there? Because you're not worried about it. Like bottling.
But the thing,
you don't see teams loading the box on. Just
Stephon Diggs is a good receiver in his own. Nothing to take away from him and everything like that. But he doesn't strike fear into every opposing defensive coordinator like Tyreek Hill.
I think that's
so.
Facts.
If you got that, and then you have Jalen Waddle who stride for stride, or about a stride off from Tyreek Hill, that can
it's close.
You know what I'm saying? So you're more so worried about coverage in the back end than stopping or making sure this and that. And then you got the offensive coordinator. I mean, the head coach that's been under Shanahan scheming up things and the taking whatever you want to pick your poison of taking away and everything like that. Okay, well, we got other guys that that are enough to get X, Y, and Z done because teams they don't want Tariq to be the one to break it open, or Waddle to be the one to break it open and everything like that. It's completely different than it is in Buffalo. Buffalo, like, I'm not saying that they don't have a guy that can do that, but I mean their running back isn't Mostert. And
or came before he was hurt. Like they had a dominant.
Yeah, so I mean it's not like and those guys can catch out of the backfield. They can widen them out and they can run angle routes or have one-on-one with a linebacker and do what they can. I'm not saying that Buffalo can't, but that's not their identity to really to do that. They don't really call much of a balanced game.
That's kind of what it looks like to me. Like it is just always because you just see it. It's like very simple, just like a lot of inside zone. Like they don't really spice it up at all. And then you look at Miami, and to your point, right? Like if you're going to send Tyreek Hill and like an orbit, like those, that draws the eyes
of
everyone, that defense.
Everyone, yeah.
And I think the Bills can implement just a little bit of that. It just feels like they don't really.
But who would be that person to where?
I mean, just you could still motion, even if it's not the same threat level, just some eye candy, just things. I mean, to make them second guess.
Everybody's been on that motioning from outside to in or in to outside. And I mean, people have kind of picked up on it and whatnot, and it's going to be hot for like 2 weeks, and then everybody's going to have some type of key to stopping that. So even necessarily with the motions or all motioning do is should tell you necessarily what the defense is in. Are they in man or are they in zone typically? If you motion from outside in and the corner bumps down with you, it's probably some type of zone. If the widest man is the corner on there, then you motion the running back out to the number one spot in the receiver and the corner goes out there. Okay, it's some type of zone. And then if it's man, the linebacker would follow him instead of that. So that's all the motions and stuff doing everything like that. But you got to get it to the right call for whatever the defense is, and then you got to rely on somebody other than Diggs making necessarily a play and everything like that. And that's what teams have been kind of dialing them up on when it's a needed down. They'll shift the coverage to okay, well, we'll take away this and have somebody else beat us, and they haven't been able to get on stride with that.
Well, let me ask you this, and this will be the last question before we go to break here. You're the Bills' new OC. We kind of talked about it. Do you just continue to kind of lean into that passing game, or what are some of your keys to try to just open things up in the red zone so you're not forcing Allen to throw it every time down there?
If I'm not mistaken, the new guy, it was the offensive coordinator that was with LSU when they had Burrow and him in the national championship, correct? Which I don't think he's a bad coordinator or anything like that. You kind of spread it around and do something enough because the NFL is about percentages. So what are their percentages if they end this? What are they likely to do and everything like that. So I feel like you do something differently to make you are a little bit more well balanced, to have people to respect you when you get into certain formations or certain down and distances and everything like that, instead of okay, when they typically do this, it's probably 85% this. Have that margin a little bit more closer, and use the Steph probably as a decoy or something like that. Find ways to necessarily get him to clear it for somebody else and make it easier for them. That's what I would think and everything like that.
Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on with that. Just got to throw in a few more sets formations in there. Just a few things
that,
to
you know,
throw people off.
just get, you know, put people in different positions, different formations and everything like that.
It just kind of feels like what a lot of teams, you know, especially if they're running the ball, they can kind of read it before the snap. And it's pretty easy to flow to the ball, especially with, you know, their passing team. You look at the splits their linemen have, they're super wide, just kind of keep that identity to keep the defense off their toes. But
that's what it, you just, you know,
small things.
Mix it in there a little bit more to make them think, okay, well, it's typically, they were at first more so in this type of sets and this type of grouping and formations, they were more so of this type of team. Will make it, like I said, a little bit to where it's like, well, now you kind of got to think, and now you're not as playing as fast, and you got to kind of like wait and let things develop out, and that I feel like that would give, you know, the Bills definitely an advantage.
Yeah,
to things.
We'll be able to find out shortly, you know, what those tweaks look like, but we got to throw it to our final break here on the Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pierson'El, host as always. I'm Harrison running the 1s and 2s. We'll talk to you guys on the last one.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So what's this new concept happening at 1040 O Street? There's 93.7 The Ticket, there's The Mill Coffee and Tea, and there's Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery? Well, yeah, it's all of those things. It's a place for the community to hang out, grab a drink and a bite, and just chill, or work, or meet, or chat, or whatever you want to do. 93.7 The Ticket, The Mill Coffee and Tea, Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery, all together at 1040 O Street.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, last segment on the Don't Punt Hour. Great conversation. Just figured out DeMornay Pierson'El was reffing some summer high school games I was playing at. But I want to wrap this one up here. Yeah.
Extra money. Why not?
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when NIL wasn't there for you.
Tell me about it.
Couldn't get a burger without getting penalties. So it's just crazy where we've gone. I don't want to go that way because we could always dive into coaches getting fired over free tattoos, and that's just a crazy world we used to live in. But to wrap this one up, obviously Nebraska football, they got Wisconsin on the road, haven't beat them in Madison since joining the Big Ten. The quarterback room, shaky, just even if not talking about performance, just health wise, like you don't know what you're going to have. Quarterback or wide receivers, we kind of know what we have there. Running backs, you feel good there just with Emma Johnson, the way he's been playing. And the defense, you don't really have to talk. Everyone knows the level they've been playing at, that Tony White, he's going to have some offers alone at the end of the season.
You better stay his ass right here.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't go anywhere at all. We'll see. But, more opportunities and everything like that. It's a part of the game. So
who do you think starts this week for Nebraska at quarterback?
Not Sims.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Sims.
It will, if depending on exactly the level of Harburg's severity of the injury, they might roll out with him until he can't go.
Okay, let me give you some context because we do have that, and this was just today about Heinrich Harburg on his possible availability.
Yeah, Heinrich's going to practice tomorrow. He's obviously been out there on a limited basis. Chubb and Jeff have gotten most of the reps, but I know he definitely wants to play. He's pushing to come back and play, and so we'll see how he does tomorrow and get him to the game, warm him up. He'll definitely be available in some capacity, but whether he starts or not, we're really excited for him. I think he's an excellent coach, and I think he's done a great job this year. So I just want to make sure I say congratulations.
Okay, there's the
I think they'll roll out with him until he can't go, and then go up there, or they'll roll with two quarterbacks, and as they get, it might be one of those situations where Harburg's out there to march us down the field, and once they cross the 50 or once they cross the 30, Purdy will probably come in or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be, right? I think it'll honestly be, if Harburg's not healthy, I think it's going to be Purdy, because it seems like the groin thing is, as we learned yesterday, the groin thing, it seems like he's been fine. I mean, the way he was moving last week, I'm not too worried. I'm honestly expecting, if Harburg's not 100%, I'm assuming it's going to be Purdy out there. That's just kind of the way. Which, if you were to decide though, say Harburg is healthy, are you still taking Harburg, or are you going to take Purdy?
Throw Harburg out there.
I think so too, right? Because I don't think you deserve to lose your spot over an injury.
I mean, it's just, you've been in that position. He's
5-3 at the starting job. You can't deny that.
It's not even, regardless of how everything is turned out and played and everything like that, he still, consistently can show up and make something, make some things go right, out of all the other things that do go wrong. And you kind of see like the team. I feel like is a little bit more comfortable with him, handling things and everything like that. It would just being back there and whatnot, as irritating as some of the things that we've seen might be, but he's been the most consistent enough.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it, right? Like he's obviously still. I mean, he's learning on the job. I never want to bash these players. Even Sims, just a tough year. To me, that just seems like a mental thing, and obviously
it'd be different if Sims have shown changes, but like everything that every chance he's gotten in, he's looked the exact same.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a confidence thing or is I don't know if the ball is actually like too big for like his hands and everything like that, because I knew that was an issue early on in
Georgia
fall.
Tech or over in the fall.
I just don't know if you want to put somebody necessarily like unstable like that out there.
Yeah. I
feel like that harms you more than helps.
I'm right there with you. I think it'll be interesting. It's going to be definitely like a game management game. Because when you look at Wisconsin too, they've been suffering a little bit of the same fate, right? First year with Luke Fickell, you're super excited. And they've kind of had a stretch here too, where I'd be curious to see what their locker room is like. Like how much are they willing to buy in, despite what's been in their eyes pretty disappointing season. Because you remember they brought in like every quarterback from the transfer portal, and they thought this thing was going to be able to take off and go just based off their work in the portal. And you look at Nebraska, not as much in the portal. Sims was kind of the big splash that obviously hasn't worked out for us. I think it was an interesting conversation, right? Because I don't think anyone thought Thompson was bad last year. I didn't talk to a single Nebraska fan that was down on Casey Thompson. But you were hoping it's like, okay, if Sims is here,
at least
there's
competitive competition.
Exactly.
Iron sharpens iron type of deal and everything like that. And how that ordeal went like that was very shocking.
Yeah. Real quick before we get out here, and we lost Torres too. That's the guy that we kind of forgot about. I'm curious to see, what he would have been. But score prediction, since you won't have the opportunity to talk about it tomorrow. Got the Huskers in Madison.
I'll go 14-17. I'll just leave it at that.
14-17? Okay. I think we're going to split these last two games here. And I honestly do think, this would be the game, Wisconsin. I don't think I think they're a little more beatable than Iowa, just because we've seen what that defense can do if you're a lackluster offense. That's what scares me about Iowa. I'm gonna go with Nebraska.
I'm just nervous. I'm just nervous of the turnovers. That's it. That's the only reason why I'm like, if a turnover necessarily does happen that creates more than 3 points, that's what I'm nervous. That's why I'm like, it's hard.
I'll go Nebraska 17. No, I'm gonna go that. Nebraska 13, Wisconsin 10. I think it's gonna be a repeat score. I mean, we've seen that score a lot this year, and Wisconsin's kind of on that same boat. That's gonna be it for us, though. Don't Punt Hour. Wide World of Wrath 17. Up next.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client